It's Week 9 of the National Football League, and this one features Josh Jacobs, your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. It's the Packers and the Lions, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. And out come the Lions for their first drive behind their 9th-year quarterback in year number 4 with Detroit. It's Jared Goff.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Opening play, and Goff wants to pass it. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. Breaks through the contact. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Now it's Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. And, see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
You look at this Packers defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Throwing again is Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. The numbers for St. Brown a week ago. 7 catches, 109 yards.
And in doing preparation for the game, you notice where guys rank in the league in terms of statistical categories. He's 4th in the league in receiving yards. That caught my attention in a positive way.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. In motion goes the tight end. Back to throw, Goff. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. To the air again, Goff. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on third down, Goff. The throw out wide, going to be incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
On fourth down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. Bates' kick is good, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So the Packers make their way out for the first time, and it's Jordan Love that has the keys to the car here in his 5th season as a pro and 2nd as a starter.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Love. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And the numbers for Reed a week ago. 3 catches, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
And he now has 8 touchdowns on the season, and I just know this. He's going to be so eager to run routes in this one and try and get to the end zone at least 2 more times. 10 is a key number. Really signifies that you've had a big year.
Now, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Off the play fake, Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. A first carry for the all-pro running back. It's Josh Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official.
Previous play is under review.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive 7 plays in length. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Lions offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And they love to find different ways to get into the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, here's Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
3rd and 12. Now Goff. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And that is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. but incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Jack Campbell there to make the play defensively.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. That is caught, and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. To about the 40-yard line.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Love now. Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
On 4th down, Love. Now this aired out deep for Reed. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Here's Goff. He's got it complete to Gibbs. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now Goff. Finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Gone. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you down to our past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. The Packers offense and running back Josh Jacobs set to take over once more. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season. And if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Goff. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Bates' kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here are the Packers now to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against Jacksonville, and they lead this one as well right now. Out in front here, they've got it 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To throw now, here's Love. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Goff now to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Goff now looks to throw. He'll get this one to Patrick. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down is right.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now it's Goff. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3 at the 14-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. Back now at Lambeau. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Here's 2nd and 3. Gibbs straight ahead. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Tim Patrick there to make the grab. And the Lions have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer.
On play action, Love to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
Love from the gun. Right side to Watson. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. A big play here, 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Another run for Gibbs here. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and they'll be unable to build here onto their 5-point lead.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
So here's Love and the Packers. Down by 5, 23 seconds to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think hope was wearing one jersey and worry was wearing another on the other side.